Matt, we really don't see films like Stillwater in theaters anymore, and you really disappear into the character of Bill Baker. What was it about the project that really caught your attention? And I'm sure that Tom McCarthy helps jump on a project like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Tom would be the first thing on the list, I'd say. But the screenplay was beautiful. I thought it was just heartbreaking, and I'd never played a guy like this. And it was a very specific thing, this kind of roughneck culture down in Oklahoma and Texas. And thankfully we had some guys that we could go to down there who really gave us incredible access and really helped us build the character.
Yeah, I mean, I know of a couple guys from Enid, Oklahoma, and it was like watching my friends from Enid just talk. It was incredible. But just you and Tom spent a little time in Oklahoma for a few days. Can you talk to me about living or hanging out with the locals, how that helped inform the character of Bill Baker?
Totally, yeah. I mean, at first I think they were kind of wary of us, like, for good reason, like, well, what are your intentions? Like, you're making a movie about a roughneck. Like, what are you all doing down here? Because I think these are the kind of guys that Hollywood would look down their nose at, or the cultural elite might look down their nose at and stereotype in a movie. And I think once they realized what we were doing and that this was a movie that had tremendous compassion and empathy for Bill's character, I think they really wanted us to help us get it right. And so everything about the guy, like, comes from them. Like, it's a very specific look, everything the jeans look like they do because they have fire retardant on them, because that's what you know what I mean? It's like every single thing has a reason for being the way it is. And if I showed you my phone, I could show you pictures of 15 or 20 guys that look exactly like your friends from Enid, Oklahoma, you know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. Now,
like it's a look,
Absolutely. Abigail Breslin plays your daughter in this film. She's brilliant in the film. But she comes up where she's convicted for a crime, and she has new evidence that could possibly set her free. Can you talk to me about the relationship, the strained relationship we see between Bill and his daughter, Allison?
Yeah. So what happens a lot with these roughnecks, what can happen is, because they take this job out of high school and they go to the oil fields. When the fields are up, they're going to make a lot of money. And so they got a lot of cash in their pocket and they're 19 years old, and they can lead them down a certain path. And so in our backstory for Bill is that he kind of lost a number of years to addiction and kind of fast living, and had this daughter when he was young, but was kind of an absentee dad. And so he carries all this guilt and regret and shame around his failings as a father.
Right.
And so when his daughter's in prison now in her mid-20s, he has this impulse to try to help. And so, she tells him she has new evidence and he wants to help, but he doesn't know anything about the justice system. He doesn't have any of the skills really that he would need to help, but he wants to try to help anyway.
Absolutely. Now, Bill's such a fascinating character to me because he does kind of get to be the dad he always wants to be with Maya, who's played amazingly by Lilou Sivian. And she blew me away with her performance.
She's amazing. The first day she worked, we were just like, all right, we have lightning in a bottle. Like, what do we, how do we keep this fun for her? Tom and I sat down and just went, this is ours to mess up at this point. Like, because I've seen it happen with kid actors. What can happen is, an aunt or an uncle comes in and is like, you should do your happy face. You know what I mean? And the kid starts getting notes from everywhere. And it's like, what's going on? And we were like, we got to just treat this like, all right, she's throwing a no-hitter. Okay. So like, get everybody away from her in the dugout. Like, let's make sure we just keep this really fun for her and joyful because she's naturally going to do what she's going to do.
I mean, honestly, those scenes with her, me being a stepfather myself, it was so mirroring my relationship with my stepdaughter. So incredible job by both you guys. But look, the film it's the best film I've seen all year. And thank you so much for your time. Stillwater is amazing. And I can't wait for people to see it. It's such a brilliant film.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.